What's up? It's your girl Shree Bad. I'm doing this COVID-19 update a little bit differently. Um, Governor Cuomo talks in an hour or in an hour and a half. Right now, Mayor Bill de Blasio is speaking, and I never listened to Bill de Blasio. All right, there is a huge reason as to why I pay no attention to whatever Bill de Blasio says. Now, he's telling people to prepare to stay indoors until the end of May. Guess what? Half of us have been doing that already. But here's one of the reasons why I don't mess personally with the mayor. Okay, y'all see this article right here? Staggering surge of New Yorkers dying in their homes suggests city is undercounting coronavirus fatalities. This sounds really crazy right here. Okay? I think the last video that I did on the coronavirus update, you guys heard a siren and I spoke about it. Different departments have different siren sounds. The police department would have its own sound. The fire department would have its own sound, and EMS would have a specific sound. So for the most part, the sirens that we have been hearing are EMS sirens, not police, not fire. You know, before this coronavirus happened, you'd hear all kinds of noise. Trucks, regular cars, police, fire, emergency, we hear everything, you know, and it was all good. But now people are scared because the streets are quiet and they hear these sirens. People are beginning to realize that the sirens you're hearing are not police cars, sirens, because crime has actually gone down here in New York City. The sirens that you hear so loud and for so long are EMS. All right? Now, I'm sure while I was talking, you were reading this. Like I said, some of y'all read fast. If you don't, send me put a comment on this, and I will put the link in the description. I might put the link in the description anyway, because that's what I should be doing, right? After WNYC and Gotham is reporting, the city has reversed its position and will count probable COVID-19 deaths that occur at home. So, we have to give credit where credit is due, right? Governor Cuomo has done a great job for New York State. He has indirectly done a great job for the United States of America. I don't think he meant to, but he did, because, he assumes, he brings down a lot of fears, okay? He does not lead the people to fear-mongering and panic, nor does he come off as ignorant in any way, shape, or form. Bill de Blasio, on the other hand, comes off as a bumbling idiot in my view. And just because you now do your live thing before Cuomo does not make me want to watch, because guess what? He's on right now, and I'm watching this other thing. So back to my point. Governor Cuomo can only do but so much. There's a lot that the mayor needs to do. And it seems like the mayor ain't doing shit unless the mayor gets yelled at by the governor. And then when he tries to do something, it's like, dude, why you ain't do this a long time ago? This is something you should have had in place before this coronavirus. Heard? Copy? This is something you should have checked with your people beforehand. That's why you the mayor. Okay? The governor has to deal with the entire state, not just New York City. So now the governor is doing your job, mayor, for you, right? A better job than you, right? Because you can't even control the people in your city to do social distancing properly. If I'm the mayor of New York City and the governor of New York State has to threaten a reporter to bring down state police to deal with Orthodox Jews who do not follow social distancing, that would make me feel like a piece of crap. Okay? Well, damn, I'm really not doing nothing. No, you're not. I get it. There's a lot of police officers that have COVID, dying from COVID, all that. Listen, You think it's going to get better, dog? You think these people running around here 100 deep on one block is going to make it any better for the other 8 million people? It's not. 19 million people live in New York State, and about 9 million of them live in New York City. It's a clusterfuck here. We're so dense. Why does the governor have to bring state police for people that live in the city? It makes no sense. And yes, I'm going to blame Mayor de Blasio for this undercounting, right? We're going to scroll down a little bit more because we already know that 2,738 New York City residents have died from confirmed cases. And real quick, a lot of people are concerned about certain states and what they list as death, or certain states and how they quote unquote test or don't test people but still give them COVID-19. Like, I saw a video from one lady, I think she was Ohio or Oklahoma, one of those, and she was saying that how she went to the doctor, right? She went to the doctor, told the doctor she lost her sense of taste or smell. The doctor didn't swab her. The doctor didn't do none of that. He just wrote on the paper she got COVID-19. Now, loss of the sense of taste and smell, yeah, it may very well be one of the symptoms of COVID-19, but why don't you test somebody to see if they got it instead of just putting it on a piece of paper? And it's the same thing with deaths. When I go on my Facebook page, I'm seeing more and more people. This person died, that person died. And now they really have to specify, this person died of COVID, this person did not. And it's the individual Facebook person that is telling us what the person died from. That don't mean that's what the medical examiner writes on the report. Okay? So let's get back to this really quick. Another 200 city residents are now dying at home each day. That's because the ME's office is not testing dead bodies for COVID-19. Instead, they're referring suspected cases to the city's health department as probable. What? Every person with a lab-confirmed COVID-19 diagnosis is counted in the number of fatalities. Oh God, oh God, oh God. Oh God. Here's the dilemma, folks. Every person tested in a lab with confirmed COVID-19 diagnosis in New York City had to go to the hospital in order to get tested. Regular folks in New York City do not get tested. Okay? So who gives a shit about the person in the lab who got tested in the lab? Yay for them. If they got diagnosed with COVID through a lab and they died, yeah, that's where it's supposed to go, right? They died of COVID. They had a lab test. What happens to the person at home? Huh? What happens to that person at home? Because 9 times out of 10, if you're at home and you call the doctor and be like, oh, I got these symptoms, even if all those symptoms list as COVID, right? They're still going to tell you, stay home. They're still going to tell you, wait a week before you get tested for anything. So, of course, it makes sense that more people are dying at home. Because if COVID-19 shows no symptoms or too many symptoms or halfway, you don't know what stage in life you are when you have this thing. And if no one gets tested, how the hell is anybody going to know? Every day by day, Like, this is the weirdest thing in New York. If I want to go outside, right, to go to the store, I go to the store, I come back. I got my mask, I got my gloves. I still got to wait 2 days to see if I'm going to get cooties. And sorry, y'all, yes, I'm calling it cooties right now. Because if I call it this virus and I call it this disease, then I think about all the people that I know who are dead, dying, and or recovered. And thank goodness that the amount of people that are recovering in my life is increasing. I'm very happy with that. Always happy with that, okay? We still got more to talk about with this, and then I got one more thing to talk about. I might do another update after Cuomo comes on, because, you know, he always says something that makes me think, or he always says something that I was like, damn, I just said that 2 days ago, you know? So who knows what he's going to say now. But, you know, what I want to talk about is highly important, especially for New Yorkers of color, okay? Let's hit it. While undiagnosed cases that result in at-home deaths are connected to a public health pandemic, not all suspected COVID-19 deaths are brought in for examination by OCME, nor do we provide testing in most of these natural at-home deaths. How dumb is that? It's dumb. It's dumb. It's dumb. Let's go to these statistics from the fire department. FDNY says it responded to 2,192 cases of deaths at home between March 20th and April 5th. Today is the 9th, y'all. Or about 130 a day, an almost 400% increase from the same time period last year. In 2019, there were just 453 cardiac arrest calls where a patient died. That number has been steadily increasing since March 30th, with 241 New Yorkers dying at home Sunday, more than the number of confirmed COVID deaths that occurred citywide that day. There should not be an undercount of coronavirus-related deaths. Okay? You know, Governor Cuomo worries about the spread of the rate of infection. You know? He should be worried about that. He should be. He's also worried about the number of deaths. But Governor Cuomo has been worried about the number of deaths in a hospital. Yeah, that's nice. That's the governmental way to go. But now, when I listen to his live stream today, I want to hear him talk about at-home deaths. Because Governor Cuomo has always been a proponent of home testing. The problem is, like I said, there are 19 million people in New York State. I think about 1 million people in the United States have been tested for COVID, and there's 300 million people in this ding-dang country. So you got 19 million people in New York State, and only 50 to 100,000 have been tested? That's nothing. That's nothingness. Hey, yo, I don't care if you home tested everybody and out of 19 million people in New York State, 10 million got the damn thing. Okay? I would rather know that. All right? And then we can work out how to help these people at home that you don't want to put in the hospital because you don't want no panic. But you know what? Facts are facts. And now we at the point where, yeah, we don't want to fearmonger, we don't want to panic, but facts are facts. And we prepared enough and we practiced enough, no fearmongering and no panic, so that now we face these new challenges. How many people are dying here? How do we stop that? I want to stop the rate of death. Okay? I'm always happy for my peoples that recover. Lucky them. And half of these people that recover, they didn't get officially tested. Right? They didn't. They called whoever said, yeah, it sounds like you got that, do this, do that, and they did it and they're good. They might not have had it. They could have had a regular flu. We don't know. They're not getting tested. And if someone does get tested and then, unfortunately they got this thing and they have to stay home, there should be things in place that allows you to stay home, but then if it gets to a certain place, you go straight to the hospital. Because I feel like now this whole testing is going to open up two cans of worms. We home test, who's positive, who's negative. Oh, you're positive? How deep and positive are you? Are you positive enough that you can stay home and do the same things that you would do if you have the flu and recover? Or are you so deep in positivity that you're like 2 steps away from going to that hospital and we feel like you should be there anyway? Right? Don't undercount shit. Don't do it. These souls need to be counted, okay? They do. And the number of people who recover from this is just as important, if not more important, than the number of people who die from it. I love honesty, yo, and the truth hurts. It really hurts. I have emotions. I feel them. I've been crying for, a couple days now. Every time I go on Facebook and I see somebody died, this person died, that person died, I shed a tear, man. And the tears that I shed are not tears of weakness for an enemy called COVID-19. If my enemy today is COVID-19, I need to know exactly what my enemy does, how it works, and how strong this thing is, so I can be stronger to beat it. I can't do that with inaccurate numbers. It does not work. If you playing statistics and analytics games with mathematics, we have to be as honest as possible. Otherwise, no theory will frickin' work. No hypothesis will work. All the scientists, y'all can take y'all butts home and sleep with the rest, sleep like the rest of us. If you're not going to do your job properly. And it's this whole country that's on that garbage. We're either going to inflate the numbers or we're going to downplay the numbers. Stop it. The rate of increase is spreading and increasing in different states, different cities, even rural areas. Okay? We need honest reporting. If there are 300 million people in this country and you need to tell me that 1 million people have died from COVID in America, I need to know. I do, as a citizen. If the number's higher, I need to know, because guess what? I'm still alive. Right? And I need to know what to do to keep me alive, keep my family alive, keep my friends alive, keep my friends' families alive while we still here. I can fight it better. I can say, look, I'm not taking that hydroxyquinone, whatever you pronounce it, sulfate tablet. I ain't doing that because I ain't trying to have a heart attack. Of course, a spokeswoman for Mayor Bill de Blasio did not turn a request for comment about the difference between probable and confirmed COVID-19 deaths. I would love to get a degree in public health, because public health is not only about math, but it's about common freaking sense, yo. And you know how much of a luxury common sense is. I think common sense is worth more than gold, worth more than plutonium, worth more than freaking melanin, yo. There's no doubt we're undercounting. Thanks for the honesty finally, buddy. That doesn't help me. So going back to what Cuomo said, it's hard to make these tests to scale because we do have these home tests now. We do got the swabby thing and the other thing and whatever thing, take your blood thing, this thing, that thing. You know what I'm saying? But these home tests, they're not going to make 19 million at once. That'll take a while, right? I got common sense too. I do. I understand that creating home tests for 19 million people will be tough. And 19 million people in New York, especially the 8 or 9 million in New York City, do not want to wait on no line to get tested, and there's no social distancing. Listen, y'all, I went outside the other day. I almost had to cuss out somebody. I had to cuss out 2 people, as a matter of fact. I went to CVS, right? It was still open because they got a pharmacy. And CVS decided to put yellow tape, right, at a 6-foot distance. They put yellow tape every 6 feet so that people knew where to stand online, right? There was one yellow tape, nobody was there. There was another yellow tape, a lady was there. I'm trying to be on the next yellow tape, and there's a man up under me, right? I told the man, yo, you too close to me. He ain't had no mask, no fucking nothing. I had on mask. I had on gloves. So he ain't moving. He ain't doing nothing. I asked the girl to move up. She moved up one yellow tape. So I went to my yellow tape. This man is up under me. I turned around and I screamed on this man. I said, if you don't back the fuck up away from me, I'm calling the goddamn police and telling them you a fucking terrorist trying to give me some fucking cooties. Get the fuck away from me, dude. Get from fucking under me. This is not 5 or 6 months ago where you could be all up under fucking people on some perv shit. Get the fuck away from me. Dude was not that close up on me where he could try to molest me or fill me up. But I didn't give a shit. I don't want no cooties, dude. Get back the fuck up. Get your 6 feet on. Get. And my man backed away 12 feet and ain't nobody else behind him say shit neither. They weren't gonna, okay? Because I'm practicing my social distancing. As a matter of fact, one of the managers came out to look at the man and be like, yo, what's the problem? He ain't say nothing to me for yelling. He said something to that man. Why you up under her? What? Oh, I wasn't thinking. No, think. Because we ain't trying to get sick up in here, man. Yo, dude is about to get beat up by the whole damn storm. I'm telling you. It's crazy. People may be dying because of reduced care for other non-COVID diseases like diabetes, heart attacks, or other chronic conditions. Those, to me, should somehow be tallied as we're looking at the death toll of COVID. Why not? The city should be testing dead bodies. You damn right they dead. They can't say yes or no, they dead. You better test them for COVID. That would make the most sense. But I told you, this country, this world does not run on common sense no more. Common sense don't work here no more. Common sense is crazy. Okay? I get it. City and hospital morgues and refrigerated trucks used to supplement them are nearing capacity. I get it. But they're dying anyway. They're going to be at capacity regardless of whether they die from diabetes, COVID, heart disease, whatever. Right? Take care of it. Take care of it, Mayor. Take care of it, Mayor. Hook that shit up so the governor don't got to do that for you. Right? While the governor is worried about COVID, you need to worry about the rest of your constituents and what the fuck they got going on. I'm not blaming nothing on the EMT, nor the paramedics, nor the fire department. I'm not blaming nothing on them. Nothing. Nothing. They're doing their job. They're doing a good job. Okay? They're trying their hardest to work and not get sick at the same time. I don't blame them. I blame the leadership. Before I get into the last aspect of my topic, it's funny how your president, right? He ain't mine. Your president of the United States used to have a show called The Apprentice, right? And he would have the two teams, and when one team failed, who would the first person be to blame? The project manager. Who would be the first person on the chopping block to get fired unless there was somebody on the team that was doing so much worse? The project manager, right? So don't we think that the project manager of the United States of a frickin' America should be fired right now? You're fired. That's what I want to say to him. You're fired. The project manager of the United States of America, which is your president, who was the host of The Apprentice, should be fucking fired because he ain't doing a good job as your project manager. He's not executing right. He's giving false information. He's confusing people. 1 minute he's fear-mongering. 1 minute he's panicking. Next minute he's just plain ignorant. The ignorant part is consistent. We got that. But we going to put the mayor on the same chopping block. You're fired, right? It's a wrap on you. You see who came up? My teacher. We're going to get back to this because the last thing I want to talk about is very important. Like I said, it's better for me to listen to Cuomo before I talk about that. We're going to talk about the rate of African American and Black deaths with COVID. Okay? We got to talk about it. So thanks for listening. Thanks for joining. I will holler.